be efficient and proficient at shooting guns and defending yourself? Welcome back. Dry fire training is so easy, and I'm going to show you some really easy drills that I do at home and that you can do, especially if you're a beginner. Today's the day. Dry fire training at home is the best way to strengthen your muscle memory and improve your chances of stopping a threat on your life if you were ever in a life or death situation and needed to defend yourself with your firearm. With dry fire training, we're going to be working on smooth draw stroke, good grip, sight alignment, and efficient trigger press. All you're going to need for today is an empty gun and something to aim at. I'm going to be showing you these drills exactly where I train the most often, so I'll meet you back at my bedroom. And welcome to my bedroom. This is where the magic happens. Talking about dry fire training. So let's go ahead and get started. Dry fire training is an excellent way for you, especially if you're timid around firearms. It's a great way for you to get comfortable around the firearm, manipulating it, and safely operating the firearm inside your home, getting used to how it functions, and then when you go to the range, you'll be ready to rock it, or if you need to defend yourself, you'll be more equipped to do so. First thing we're always going to do is completely empty your firearm of all ammunition. And store it in a separate room. So I typically conceal carry with my Ruger LC9, and it comes with a practice magazine. So I just left my magazine loaded in the other room. Your firearm may not come with a practice magazine, so you can just completely empty your magazine of all ammunition and insert it back into your firearm. Be sure to always double, triple check chamber and the magazine that there is no live ammunition, and ready to go. So like I said before, the only thing you're going to need for dry fire training is a cleared weapon, so your empty firearm, and something to aim at. In my case, I like to use my dry fire pillows, obviously. So I'm going to show you how that works. Now for dry fire training, you don't have to buy one of our dry fire pillows at armedandstyle.com. You could use a light switch, you could just aim at the light switch, or you could take a piece of painter's tape and put it on the wall. So we want to be aiming at something fairly small. That way we can really be working on having a good clean sight picture and accurate aim at something really small. We don't want to be aiming at something huge, because then your error for missing could be big as well. We want to aim at something small, have a smaller window of error. So when I'm dry fire training, I like to train from concealment, because I'm training to be able to effectively defend myself. So typically I'm going to have my firearm here in the appendix position in my Kydex holster. This one that I have, you can find at our website, armedandstyle.com, and this is actually a designer holster that I designed. It's got beautiful flowers on it. So check that out if you're looking for an appendix holster. It's a very safe Kydex holster. Highly recommend Kydex holsters in general, but I've got one on my website, easy for you to find if you want to get a appendix holster for yourself that's safe. So we're training from appendix position. I'm training from concealment. So main things we work on when we're dry fire training is we want to be able to defend ourselves against a threat if we ever had to. We want to be developing and building that muscle memory every time we use our firearm. So that way, if we ever did need to defend ourselves, training will take over. When you're under those conditions of stress, you'll be able to protect yourself and live another day. So, common things that we need to focus and work on are some things that are very, very simple, like clearing the shirt or clearing your concealment from your firearm to be able to get to your firearm. Okay? This is something that when you're practicing, you're going to see this. If you haven't practiced before, you're going to find out that sometimes this gets tripped up. So sometimes I may go to pull my shirt and get my firearm, and now I'm stuck in my shirt. That happens, and you need to train for that. You need to be able to effectively clear your shirt out of the way. Okay, so really need to clear it all the way out of the way. Wherever you're concealing from, you need to be able to get to your firearm effectively. Clear your firearm and get a good grip on your firearm. This needs to be the same thing every time, same motion every time. You want to focus on getting a good, consistent grip on your firearm every time. Okay, so we're going to grip our firearm smoothly and deliberately pull it from our holster. Get a good two-handed grip on the firearm and push your firearm forward, finding your sights immediately. Okay? So part of your dry fire training is not pulling the trigger, it's being able to overcome these small obstacles along the way. We'll pull the trigger, I promise, but we need to get these basics down first, over and over. Muscle memory. Muscle memory, training your eyes to find the sights. You want to bring that muzzle up even every time, so all you're doing is making small, tiny movements to get them into alignment. Everything we're doing, we want to save time, we want to be effective, we want to be efficient, we want to defend ourselves. There we go. All right, so now let's pull the trigger a few times on these pillows, and when we're pulling the trigger, we're working on smooth trigger press. And the goal is you don't want your muzzle of your gun to dip or move at all when you pull the trigger. It's an extremely difficult skill to hone and develop and maintain, especially when you go live fire training. So it is important to hone that with your dry fire training as well. So we're going to go through a few reps of that, pulling the trigger and resetting our firearm, holstering, same thing over and over again. Okay? We don't pull the trigger till our sights are on target and we're ready to shoot. Now for me, on the dry fire pillows, I am aiming right here, center mass. There's a circle here on the IDPA target. For competition shooters, you know what that means. If you're not a competition shooter, this is center mass, like where the heart would be. You want to stop somebody if they're coming at you. Same thing on our silhouette target. I'm aiming at this small X, and I am not pulling the trigger until my sights are right here. And I'm focusing every time, trying to have a smooth trigger stroke, and we don't want to jerk the gun down. Now, it's really fun as you become more comfortable with handling your firearm and manipulating your firearm. It's really fun to incorporate into your dry fire training and eventually into your live fire training some movement. Try to get in a few reps every day. Your skills will greatly improve, your confidence will improve, and it's going to show at the range or if you're ever in that life or death situation when you need to defend yourself. This is what's going to come into play. So thank you guys for watching today's video on these beginner dry fire drills. Just if you want to check out our dry fire pillows, I'll have it linked below at armedandstyle.com, and also my shirt, Dry Fire and Dry Shampoo. I know the ladies that watch my channel can relate to this. This shirt is also on my website. I'll have that linked below too. And before we go, I want to let you guys know that you are loved, you are valuable, and you are worth defending. And I'll see you guys soon in my next video. Much love and ammo.